Go hero, 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 go hero. Welcome to the huddle. Go hero, get down. Good God, I feel good. Oh, welcome to the huddle. Each one reach one. Each one teach one. If you are that one, then you already know that you are enough. Enough to fight the good fight. When everything going wrong, enough to get it all right. We know that your attention is the most powerful thing that you can pay. And if you paying me some attention right now in the moment or on the replay, I want you to know that I appreciate it and I give all in my soul to be worthy. It's going to be a powerful night tonight. I want to give a shout out to my executive producer, who just happens to be my wardrobe coordinator. I say, baby, what I'm wearing today. She said, I want you to wear that blooming purple. I say, blooming purple? She said, yeah, baby. I've been watching your spirit. You're popping out in the season. You're blooming. I say less, baby. So that blooming purple looking good tonight. Want to give a shout out to my home girl, the greatest co-host in the whole world. Alexa, tell me something good.
We all we got. We all we need.
Alexa, tell me something good.
We all we got. We all we need.
If you ain't never got nothing to say good at the drop of a dime in your mind, remember, we all we got. We all we need. Alexa, tell me something good. She in a moment, she say she ain't finna say it again. Give her a moment. Give her a moment. Tonight's word, man. Gonna be a good word tonight. But I feel good. And I want to do something I ain't done in a long time. And if you just not been paying me some attention, maybe this will be the first time. But there's a thing called the hero hymn. The hero hymn is the mighty spirit. See, we know spirit means wind. Wind means breath. Breath means to breathe. Breathing is inhale, exhale. When I inhale the mighty wind, and it travels down through my respiratory system, past my vocal cords, and causes a vibration that we know as sound. When you feel that, just as much as you hear that, we connect in the hero spirit. And I want to connect in the hero spirit tonight. So the hero hymn say, can somebody tell me, please, please tell me, can somebody tell me where my real people go? 'Cause I don't know. If you know where my real people at, please tell them to come back. I don't know where my real people at. But if it's you and you in the moment, tell some more to come back. Tonight's word is value. Value. Alexa, what is the meaning of value?
As a noun, value is usually defined as relative worth, merit, or importance. As a verb, Value is usually defined as to calculate or reckon the monetary value of, give a specified material or financial value to, assess, appraise. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for value.
What is your value? Do you have value? Who determines your value? What determines your value? It's a powerful question, and sometimes the question is more powerful than the answer. There was a young man named Rilo. Rilo got a phone call from his granddaddy. He said, Rilo, come and see me. Rilo granddaddy was old in his last stages of life. So Rilo go over there. He said, what's up, granddaddy? Granddaddy pulled out an old watch, old, fragile looking, dusty. He said, Rilo, I want you to do me a favor, Rilo. He said, I want you to take this watch to the pawn shop, see how much they'll give you for it. Come back and let me know. So Rilo took the watch, old scuffy up old watch. Rilo granddaddy in his 90s, so ain't no telling when he bought it. Took it to the pawn shop, man, look at it. Say, it's old, man. I mean, it's an old watch, but I mean, I ain't got no value in it. I'll give you $10 for it. That's about all I can give you. So Rilo say, well, all right. So Rilo went back to his granddaddy. He said, Granddad, man at the pawn shop say he'll give me $10 for it. Said, it ain't nothing but an old watch. I mean, it ain't worth nothing. Rilo granddaddy said, yeah. He said, well, do me one more favor. He said, yeah, what's up, granddaddy? He said, downtown, there's an antique shop. Take the watch down there and see what they'll give you for it. He said, all right, granddaddy, but I'm going to have to do that in the morning. He said, it's all right, just take the watch and do it. Make sure you do it for me. So Rilo got up and went to the antique shop and went in there. And the man began to look at the watch, and the man's eyes got big. Man went and got his magnifying glasses and looking all at the watch and examining the watch and told Rilo, he say, man, I can give you $4,000 for it right now. Rilo say, what? He said, well, man, my granddaddy just wanted me to get it praised. Let me let him know and I'll see what he want to do. So Rilo went to his granddad's house ecstatic. Granddad, they told me $4,000 at the antique shop. Rilo granddaddy looked at him and said, it's a lesson I want to teach you, Rilo, before I go. I said, what? He said, anytime you feeling worthless, Rilo, like you ain't worth nothing, sometimes that's because you're standing in a place and around people who don't know how to value what they don't understand, Rilo. And they'll tell you and make you feel like you ain't worth nothing. And if you don't know no better, Rilo, you will accept that. But when you understand that, Rilo, you go around people that understand something, Rilo, and understand value, Rilo, and they'll show you your real worth. And it'll surprise you. So I wanted to give you that, Rilo, before I go. So that's in your blood, Rilo. You got to understand your value. So when I say, do you have value? See, them other words like self-esteem, confidence, assurance. All these are the makeup of value. Do you believe in your abilities? See, your value is what you will accept for what you know what you're worth. Do you understand how that works? See, your worth is internal. Go hero train a little bit. See, I always say this, man. Listen, we're talking about value. And when I say your attention is the most powerful thing that you can pay. Because you pay attention to who you care for, what you care for. And when you understand what matters and who matters, and what matters to who matters, your attention becomes very, very valuable. And to those that depend on it, it could be worth more than money, silver, and gold. So what is your value? What is your value? Who do you value? See, the value of a teacher right now, I'm talking about a man or a woman who's fully committed in purpose to cultivate the mind of children. The value in a teacher right now is around $60,000 or $70,000 at the most. That's the value of it. But in reality, they're worth just as much as a doctor, just as much as a lawyer. They cultivate the mind of a generation. If you cultivate the mind of a generation from a child to an adult, think about all the classes we get in school, from health, science, math. All of these are the total sum of one consciousness and awareness of themselves. If you cultivate a child right to understand health and exercise and how to feed the mind properly, they won't need a doctor too much. So a teacher value, we can put a money piece on it. But she's worth way more than we paying a teacher. So in life, you got to know your value. And you got to know your worth. See, sometimes I get criticized because I feel like I got a gift. And that feeling get real emotional. And then when that energy get to moving, my gift says my voice moves in power of inspiring people's soul. They can feel it just as much as they can hear it. And in my gift, I want to give. But see, a gift is given with the expectations of nothing in return. So what's freely given to me, I freely give it in hero training every Thursday. My gift of understanding, so that someone may pick it up, try to understand how it works, so it become their own. See, you got to put a value on that, Trav. Man, you can't just keep talking like this for free. Man, you've been doing this forever. I said, well, I value things different. I value people. See, because I know what I'm saying is worth more than money, silver, and gold. Because there's people with all the money in the world who don't understand how it works. And money can't buy that. So the value of this is deeper than money. It's deeper than money. Some things money can't buy. What is valuable about you so much that it's worth more than what money can give to pay for it? So that's why I say your attention is the most powerful thing you can pay. I want it. I'm worthy of it. Come on, my brother. My brother say he received my book today, and it's amazing for the human mind keep bringing this into life. That's value. That's value. What you give and how it's received in someone's soul, and it inspires them to go, grow, and be more. That's value. See, maybe that's why we've lost the realness, because we put our values on things that don't have no worth. And we don't value each other anymore. Sometimes I have gotten criticized in my life. It's a real life story. For caring too much. For caring what people think about me too much. People that care about me and pay attention to me say, Trav, man, you put too much value in other people's opinion. Man, sometimes that gets you out of balance. And I take the criticism and I stand in the mirror on it, because the question is more powerful than the answer. And sometimes I just simply ask myself, why do you care so much? I remember going to the barber shop. Mingo's on trade and trying right by the Bojangles. There was a barber named Rodney. First time I went to the barber shop, I felt like I was in a movie. Rodney was cool. I mean, I admired how Rodney was talking to everybody, and he was a leader. I say, man, I want to be that. That's something like me. And when I sat in Rodney's chair, and Rodney handed me that mirror, I thought Rodney knew magic. I thought Rodney knew magic. When he handed me that mirror, I saw something I ain't never seen. And I went and stood in that mirror. And I learned how to cut my own hair, because I wanted to give that power to myself. And I learned how to cut hair. And I understood that power as a child. Talking about me, but it's a real life story. And when I got it down pack enough for my own self to know that I could get out the mirror and come back and say, I'm new. I went on a mission to share that power. I became a child barber. I don't know who taught me how to cut hair, but it was fueled by understanding the power of the mirror. And I began to cut hair, and the more and more people began to trust me, and the more and more people began to talk to me and understand that I had a gift to talk back. And one head at a time, at the end, when I handed them that mirror and knew that I had changed their mind. And when they saw themselves, they saw something new. And the whole time I was cutting their head, I cared what they would think when they got the mirror. I became obsessed with what will they think when they get the mirror. I got good at what they'll think when they get the mirror. I saw them smile. I saw them walk out of my mama's house, my mom and daddy's house, taller than they came in. I saw them be an effect as a child who was cutting their hair from the inside and out. I saw this. I cared so much about what the effects would be when I give them this mirror that even now that I don't cut hair anymore, I care. Because I know or understand. And I know the value of that. I know the value of that. I know the value, man. Of a man who don't see himself under the rubber and wear of life, and you bring a piece of him out brand new, simply with a gift. Man, I done saw that work. I value that. That's my value. That's the value of me coming on here speaking every Thursday for free. And if you're paying me some attention, the value is in you and me. No more, no less. But I'm worth millions. You worth millions. Everybody watching the news and talking the rhetoric of Puff Daddy. Your worth is internal. Your value is external. Your worth is something that's internal. Your value is external. See, when a woman don't see her self-worth, respect, dignity, honor in the inside. See, don't no man value her worth nothing. I want to get graphic, but we all grown, and if we ain't, we need to understand. I got teenage children that I'm teaching the birds and the bees, and this is the way I teach it to them. So let's get real for a moment and understand one thing. See, sex, this ain't deep. It's something when it go in the hole and something happen on the other side. And if you're good about what happened on the other side, one way or another, the objective is to make something come out. And that ain't graphic and that ain't deep. That's birds and the bees. Is someone confident or confidence in that, security in that? Someone's worth determines the value in what this is. This could be determined by love, respect, and honor, or it can be determined by nothing at all. Animal bestiality. The value is something that's inside, or the worth is something that inside that determines the value of the sex. It's birds and the bees, y'all. But let me tell you something. When the worth is way down here, way down low, and the value is way down there, see, they'll push you forward. And listen to what we're talking about. Our children hearing this, so this ain't nothing crazy. Everybody hearing in the rhetoric of how Cassie was getting her mouth peed in. See, I told you, see, sex is when something in and something happened on the other side. See, we ain't talking about sex no more. Peeing in the mouth and all this freaky shit, this ain't sex no more. This is something else. Let's teach these kids the birds and the bees for real. This ain't sex no more. See, this is worthless, valueless, goddamn humanization of people who have no souls of dignity amongst each other, who are justified for pleasure that has nothing to do with sex. This is some mental shit. This is when there's no worth internally and there's no value externally. What kind of value do you have? Because everybody justifying a whole lot of shit. I had a real life conversation today with a group of men. I'm telling y'all some real life shit. That had an argument that it was culturally, naturally for men to have sex with their cousins. And there's no difference between human beings and animals. I'm telling you, I wanted to throw my goddamn phone up against the wall. That in 2025, we could argue this with some type of fucking logic. Where is the value? There is no value in shit. The only thing we value is a dollar. And that's a cold world when we get there, y'all. See, I started off with a story about how Rallo Granddad told him. When you feel worthless, it might be where you're at and who you're around. Don't expect people to understand your value when they don't understand nothing worth something. So when we only value money, let me show you how this translates. See, when we only value money and we don't value each other, see, you could be in your family with a gift. That's the solution to everybody suffering around you. But because they don't understand a motherfucking thing, they don't see the value. They don't see the value. And you go on the other side of town. And there's people who's suffering from the very same thing that the people that you love most, that see your value and pay homage, respect, honor, and build a powerful relationship for your gift that was freely given to them in simply form of understanding, inspiration, and leadership. Do we have value, man? What do you value? What do you value? I'm gonna pour my soul out for real. Ain't nobody above the bullshit. I ain't nothing but a husband and a father that wake up and go to work and do what he do to maintain and survive. And I fight this fight with all my might. Me and my wife, we middle class folk. We ain't got the best. We ain't got the worst. We somewhere around the middle. But we holding on with every piece of discipline we got. And trying to rationalize with responsibility, but wanting to feel a little good about all of this at the same time, just like anybody else. When we get vulnerable feeling in one way or another, it's like the pressure get to holding on to our shoulders. But I know that's how it works. And I'm winning. I'm holding on. We get that first down, touchdown. But I deal with people who say, if you really knew what you knew, you wouldn't be working with me. I said, what I know? And the only thing I can hear is, what kind of value do you have on yourself to say that? See, some people can't see greatness in you because they don't value themselves enough to even think that they could be around or know something of somebody great. So they'll try to make you feel like you ain't worth shit. Type of shit I deal with. But I think I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Who are they comparing me to? Just to say I ain't. Someone would say, well, you can't say that. Well, who can? That's how you make someone show you their value system. Whose word do you value? And what is the criteria of that value? What makes that worth? See, the questions be more powerful than the answer. And some people ain't got answers to these questions. So it becomes a reflection of their own value where there is none. There's no value in anything around them. And just like Rilo granddaddy told him, if you expect a fish to climb a tree, you're going to always think the fish is dumb. So know your value. Know what you're worth in the inside. And they'll pay it on the out. I got a book and I put a price on it. People say that's high for a book. I say, well, just go buy a book that you can afford. If you just want to buy a book. My book worth something. Got a value on it. And the same person that wouldn't value it then, they ain't on here paying me some attention, getting it for free. See, I'm talking about me, but I'm talking about you. I know you can relate to this. We all going through the same thing, working to survive and to maintain. This is just a reflection of your value system. Knowing who matters and what matters to them. There was a guy that went viral one time on Facebook because he was bragging. He had on a Michigan hat and a Michigan shirt. He was bragging real egotistically. I pay all the bills. My wife ain't never paid a bill. My daughter ain't never had to do this. I buy all the groceries. He was beating his chest. Boom, 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 boom. And everybody was sharing this. Women took on the narrative to say, this is what a real man do. A real man pay everything. This is what a real man do. Then about a year later, the same man and his family was on the Yana Yans van, Fix My Life. And on the flip side of that viral video, his wife and his daughters hated him. She said, yeah, I ain't never paid no bills. God damn it, I wish I would have. To have to listen to him brag and beat his chest about what all he do and make me feel like shit because I ain't done nothing. And his daughters say, yeah, my daddy buy us everything. But we ain't never wanted everything. We wanted our daddy. But he worked overtime all the time, every time he could, so he could buy us everything, to beat his chest, to say, I bought my babies everything. And they hated him. See, his value system was fucked up. He had value in things that wasn't worth nothing. He went above and beyond to only satisfy himself. He didn't know what mattered to who mattered. And when you don't know what matter to who matter, then you don't understand value in worth. See, worth is inside. Value, if you don't understand what you're worth to someone or what someone is worth to you, then you will put the value in buying things and the most powerful thing that you can pay, I told you, is your attention. See, that's something that money really can't solve. He buy everything, but she cheat. Yeah, man. I want to give a shout out, man. My big brother Crump, big brother Kamara, big brother Chris, my big brother Thomas Hunter, brother E. My brother Chris Craig Dog. He brother plant a seed in me, man. They hold that book in their hand today, man. That's real, that's love. That's honor. That's ours. We all we got, we all we need. Man, I believe in us. Man, I believe in you. You worth it all. You are enough. You worth it all. You mean you want me to give it all up for you? You goddamn right. I'm worth it all. And if we all feel that way when we deal with each other, we got all of each other, and we all we got. We all we need. I want to give a shout out to y'all brothers, man. A shout out to Miss Gwen. A shout out to my big brother Crump, man. I'm trying to tell you, big brother. It's been a long time coming. I ain't going nowhere. I pay my dues. I put in that work. It's been a long time coming. I ain't going nowhere. I pay my dues. I put in that work. I love y'all, man. Shout out to my brother Javon Clark. Check me and this brother out every Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Two masters, one dojo, two styles of judo, kicking our shit. I believe in that brother. And that brother believe in me. And we believe together we can spark some minds that create fires to burn down all the things that keep us from loving each other. Me and that brother got a song say, hey black folks, it's been a while since we talked. Hey black folk, it's been a while since we loved one another. Tune in every Tuesday. Y'all hold me down, man. Shout out to my brother Bam. I love you, man. I've been studying you for a couple of weeks now, bro. And I don't know if you know this, Bam, but you teaching me some real raw shit. And you a bona fide master of who you is, brother. And if ain't nobody gonna understand what I'm saying, boy, it's an honor to be your student. I love y'all, man. Y'all hold me down.